All right, so let's go ahead and get into it, man. We're going to talk about 5 of the most underrated cases for the iPhone 16 Pro Max. Let's go ahead and jump straight in. Let's not waste a bunch of time. Now, the first one is going to be a case that a lot of people know this brand. You know, this is going to be one of my favorite brands out there, but they came out with an all-new case for the iPhone 16 Pro Max series, and I feel like it's getting overlooked because I see the analytics of how many times people click on the videos, and that is going to be the Caudabe Paragon. Now, I know we all love our Caudabe synthesis, our Caudabe sheath, two of the best cases out there for the iPhone 16 Pro Max, but I feel like people are really forgetting a sleeper right here when it comes to the Paragon. Now, Paragon is going to offer you a few different colors. They're going to offer you this moonstone, they're going to offer you this color right here, and they're going to offer you this orange color. Now, time out. I actually signed this because I actually scratched it up on one of my live streams doing a little scratch resistant test. Who wants this? If somebody wants this for the 16 Pro Max, man, just comment down below and I'm gonna pick somebody randomly and I'm gonna send it to you. No, I'm not a celebrity, but I thought it looked pretty cool with that signature out there. So you're gonna get a few different colors when it comes to the Paragon case. And this case is really gonna remind you feeling in hand like the synthesis. I actually need to do my video comparing the sheath, synthesis, and the Paragon all together. But what this case offers you, man, is gonna be a very, very tight fit. They're gonna offer you some nice metallic buttons, as you can see right here, which will be kind of color matched to the phone, the device, well, the actual case with a metallic looking, especially when it comes to that gray. What the Paragon is going to offer now and in the future is going to be those extreme colors. When they made the Paragon, they didn't want to make this case just to have the same gray and black and different things like that. They wanted to be able to make these fun colors that you necessarily wouldn't really put on a sheath or a synthesis. This case is going to have a very, very strong fit, nice camera cutout, which all of the Caudabe cases I feel have a very nice camera cutout, great feeling in hand. It's going to have an all new grip pattern, as you can see right here, which is much different from the sheath and the synthesis, and just going to be a very thin, overall nice feeling case. This back is actually pretty scratch resistant, and you really have to dig some type of materials, whether it's nail, you got to really purposely try to scratch this material. So where people love the synthesis and the sheath, and that's rightfully so, I get it. Those are two amazing cases. I think people are overlooking the Paragon, man, because this case feels good in the hand when it comes to grip, keep things fairly thin. If you don't like the sheath because of maybe the material, some people don't like it because of the material. When it comes to the synthesis, some people don't like it because it could potentially, that back material might show a little bit of wear over time. I feel like this is going to be the perfect median when it comes to the cases with this a border around that has the nice grips, metallic button, and this scratch resistant back, which I feel like this brings all of good when it comes to Caudabe. All right, so go ahead and check it out, man. This is going to be the Paragon case. Like I said, it comes in some other fire case colors as well. And if you want this color right here, I forgot the name of it, man, let me know in the comment section down below. Just comment AOT, I want that case, and I'm gonna pick somebody randomly. You must respond to my choice, and we're gonna go ahead and get it into you. All right, so the first one up is going to be the Caudabe Paragon. Next case is one that I have not done a video for yet, but it's coming from a case that I necessarily really aren't a big fan of because I feel like they haven't really evolved their cases over time. But somebody told me in my Discord, T, that you need to go ahead and check out the Ringke Rugged case for the iPhone 16 Pro Max, especially in its camo color. I went out and grabbed one of these, man, and I'm going to tell you, this has been on my phone since I have grabbed it. And Ringke did a very good job with their rugged case. Now, back in the day, the Ringke Fusion X used to be one of my favorite cases, man, but over time, other cases have just evolved. We've got Caudabe Sheath, the Synthesis, Phone Rebel, just amazing cases that do good things every single year. And I felt like just Ringke wasn't evolving when it came to their cases. Now, lo and behold, let's go ahead and take a look at the rugged case. Now, of course, I will save the full review going over all the details of this case. Maybe I'll go ahead and do that video this week for sure, so you can kind of get the nitty gritty. But I love what they did with this case, giving Ringke a little bit of a rugged design. So if you need that drop protection, it has the extra protection on the corners. I actually like when case companies does the cameras like this, kind of like you have a camera protector on it. I'm just liking the feel of it. When it comes to Ringke and the fit, that was one thing that I really had a big issue with their cases. But when I slapped this rugged case up here, I was very, very satisfied with the fit. It is fitting like a case that is much more expensive than what this case is. And this case is only going to run you, I think, 25 bucks, which I feel is an absolute steal for what Ringke is giving you. First of all, they're getting you with a nice camo pattern. That's something that you're not going to get when it comes to cases. I feel like they do their camo very good. always looks very good. Look at that camera area, as you can see right here. That also looks very good. The fit, I mean, just look at putting on the top, very snug. Coming down the sides, even by the buttons, it still fits very snug. And coming down, camera control button, you're gonna have a little movement right here, but it still, I feel like that is not an area of concern. All of your cutouts have nice big port openings. Your buttons are gonna have nice ridges, and you're gonna get a very small micro dot texture that's gonna really help you with that grip. This rugged case, in my opinion, I'm not sure if I can give it the super rugged name. I still think you could probably deal with a good drop. And when it comes to the lip protection, it's not screaming rugged to me. But I feel like if you had this case, it can definitely take the light to medium drops and you will be absolutely just fine. So they did a really good job with that. Just taking a look at the power button, as you can see, it does have its own little stippling. Here's the camera control area right here, if you can see that, which is very nice, very smooth, implemented very, very well. I think Ringke did a great job with this rugged case. So if you're looking for a case that's going to offer just a little bit more protection and give you a dope look at the exact same time, you might want to check this Ringke case out. And you always know when it comes to Ringke, they are not going to break the bank. This case being 26 bucks makes this an absolute steal. And I had to put it into the most underrated cases for the 16 Pro Max. Now, this next case, I know a lot of you guys are gonna disagree with me, all right? This case company per se had tons of flack when the case first came out because of their gigantic cutout on the side of the actual case for the camera control button. But the more I use the case and the more I use different cases from them that they offer, I'm starting to like the cutout more than the actual button, kind of something like we just seen with the Ringke Rugged case. But I had to put a mouse case in here, and you can kind of put the mouse limitless, the clarity line, all in the same category because this is such a good case. And I have to call this case underrated because, you know, a lot of us, including myself, wrote this case off because of the gigantic bite out of crime cutout for the camera control. All right. I understand it. You're going to get your mouse shock absorption when it comes to the corner. But when you just take that out, just think about everything else that the case has to offer and take that part out of it. This is actually a really good damn case, if I can say so. I mean, the fit of it is going to be very tight, triple layer design case, so you know you're going to get those very stiff borders that go all the way around. Once again, this is the main thing that turned everybody off the mouse cases this year, and I understand that. I hate this. I just wish it wasn't so big. Mouse, if you just made this just a little bit smaller with the taper edges, I would be completely fine with it, but I'm starting to like this layout a little bit more because what I'm seeing on some cases is that little piece that's right here connecting, that's starting to break on a few cases. I've already seen in a leather case, this snapped. And on one of my cases, I can't remember which one it is, it's already getting a little bit loose and saggy. So I'm preferring this way of cutout. Now, if you are a person who likes this style case, all right, if you like the border that goes around like a regular case and you have that clear back, the Mous Clarity 3.0 is going to be one of the best out there, especially with this back material. This is not going to yellow over time. This is going to be that right material that isn't going to yellow words T, all right? It won't yellow over time, so you can definitely appreciate that. Buttons are going to be very good when it comes to the mouse. Nice subtle grips when it comes to the corners. And I feel like this case feels good in the hand. The way Mous decided to make things a little bit more thinner makes this case feel really good. And I'm not sure if Mous is going to come out with a camera control button, but if they do, this will catapult this mouse case and the Limitless case just up in the rankings because I feel like everywhere else they did such a good job with this case. And I had to put it up here because I've been using their cases a little bit more. And this Clarity 3.0, especially if you're looking for a clear case, and especially if you have that white titanium, which just looks very fresh in my opinion, I think this is a good look. If you are somewhere that can just look past the camera control button, I know I'm gonna get the comments saying, T, I just can't look past it. The damn thing is hideous. I would understand 100%, but if you look past that, tight fit, the MagSafe strength when it comes to mouse cases really isn't the best, you know what I mean? But I don't really try to get too caught up on the MagSafe strength. Buttons, the way it fits, the craftsmanship of the case, how tight it fits, all of that is very good. Openings on the bottom are pretty good also. These are little things that matter when it comes to the case. So I had to throw this Mous Clarity 3.0. I know people are going to disagree with me, but if you start using the case for what it is, and you kind of get over the camera control cutout right here, you will realize that this is a very good case for the 16 Pro Max. Let's shift gears. Now, this is what I probably call the best bang for your buck case out there on the market. And when people think of Phone Rebel, they automatically jump to the Flex series that I've been loving on my 16 Pro Max, and of course the Gen 6 that we all are waiting for. I have my order in, but it still says a waiting item for pickup. So Phone Rebel, I don't know what you're doing, but get on it. But one case that I feel like a lot of people are really sleeping on is going to be the Phone Rebel Air 2. This is such a good damn case. Just excuse the language. I know it might be little ones watching it, but this is just a damn good case when you look at what it has to offer and the price point that you can get it from, around that $20-$25 price point. You can't beat it right there in the market. First of all, you're going to get some very nice grip along the sides. That is something that's going to be a little bit different than the previous Phone Rebel Airs from last year. You're going to get a very tight fit. I'm talking about the fit on this thing is even tighter than it was last year with the Rebel Air. Even when it comes to the side with the buttons, you have a hard time finding yourself trying to pull that area. Up top and the bottom, you're just going to get no budge at all. Nice camera control cutout area right here, very subtle, very deeply recessed in there with smooth edges. Very thin, minimal style case with this matte back on the black, on the matte back on the back. All right, I don't know what the, you know what I'm talking about. When it comes to the back right here, you're going to get a nice material that can show a little bit of smudges, but not terrible. This is such a good case. This case will be in my top 10 case video because the price point and what you get it for, and you get the 4 claw feet that go all the way around. The only thing they can do to make this case that much better is add their button system that they have from the Phone Rebel Gen 6 series. I think that potentially could raise the price, but honestly, if you kept these buttons, they actually are just fine. They're just the rubberized buttons that's built into it. The feel in the hand, how strong it is when it comes to the MagSafe is, it's mid. It's mid. I didn't mean to say how strong it is, but how good it feels when you're holding it, especially with these side grips, make this case just a minimal person's dream. Just because for me, it checks all the boxes when it comes to having decent protection. I'm someone who doesn't need super heavy duty protection. Very tight fit, just about one of the tightest fits that you can get for a case. Nice grip also when it comes to it, and it's not expensive. That's exactly what people want in a case, and I feel like Phone Rebel has figured it out with the Phone Rebel Air 2. So I had to put this up there. Even though a lot of you love this case, I still feel like it doesn't get the attention that it deserves, because once you have a case that is as established, like Caudabe with the sheath and synthesis, Phone Rebel, Gen 6, Frosted Rebel cases, but then you come out with something new, people are already so fixated on those cases that they're used to, and you miss out on a diamond in the rough when it comes to the Phone Rebel Air 2. So love this case, man. Will be in my top 10 case video. One of the best bang for your buck cases you can go out there and get. Point blank, period. And last but not least, this is a case that I recently did a video out on it because I wanted to put this as an underrated case, because I think people are putting this in a category that it really doesn't belong. And this is going to be the Flolab Surtect case. Now, when you look at cases like this is going to look like your everyday AliExpress, YouTube, Temu, not YouTube, eBay, Temu looking tile style cases, and it does right off the naked eye. But when you start using this case, you can start realizing all of the things that are a little bit more different that Flolab kind of took into consideration. This nice frosted back feels so good in my opinion. I love that you can interchange everything on this case. You can switch out the buttons, you can switch out the camera ring, the buttons over here. All of these are interchangeable with button packs with every single color that you can think of. All right. Also, triple layer case design. Tripper, I don't know, I said tripper. Triple leather layer case design. You know what the hell I'm talking about. But the size makes it super, super stiff. All right. This is not going to be flimsy like your every eBay special cases out there on the market. You're not going to get that flimsy. And one thing that you don't get in those super cheap cases is the shock absorption material all around. People were saying, T, this is just a knockoff case from all. No, it is not, man. When you see the differences, triple layer design, sides are stiff, interchangeable buttons. You get their tri-fusion shock technology in the side of it. And for a very good price point, very nice camera control area that is done the correct way. This is a nice underrated case. Don't look at this case and just put it in that category of something that you can just go off on Amazon and buy some old cheap $15 case. It's going to be the same quality as this one. I can guarantee you it's not. The sides aren't sticky and tacky. They have a very nice feel that's going to wear over time very good. And I feel like Flolab overall did a very good job with this case. I had to put this up there, man, because like I said, I feel like people are just putting it in that generic style case, when a lot of you don't know what you're talking about. And when you get this Flolab in the hand, you will understand how much of a great case that it is. Had to go ahead and slap it on this list. So here are all the underrated cases for the 16 Pro Max. You never know. As I get more cases in, we might do a part 2 of this video. Phone Rebel Air 2, Mous Clarity 3.0, Flolab Surtect, Caudabe Paragon, and the Ringke Rugged case. Of course, if I did a dedicated case review, I will link it below the link down in the description below. I haven't done this video for the Ringke Rugged, but this video will be coming later this week. So check this out, man. If you want to go ahead and see another case video, like I said, I know the Paragon series is one of my favorite cases, but if you want to check out their bigger brother, the Sheath and the Synthesis, maybe I'll just pop 2 videos up here so you can go check them out yourself.